On YouTube, if you were to search the word speech or presentations, you will most likely see someone giving an unforgettable presentation to a very large audience. However, in a meeting or in school, you might see someone quite overwhelmed with their notes or even forget what they are talking about. In this video, I am going to help you to deliver that unforgettable presentation, regardless of whether you are using notes or no notes at all. Are you ready? First, let me introduce myself for anyone who is watching this for the first time. I'm Jayne Latz, also known as the communication trainer, and I have worked with individuals and organizations for over 17 years to build the communication skills so you can always communicate with power, purpose, and impact. In this video, I am going to share with you how to deliver an unforgettable presentation, whether you are using notes or no notes. I am not a fan of memorization. Not today, not ever, because you risk that chance of your mind drifting and then all of a sudden you don't know where you left off. It's always great to have bullet points to help guide you, because then you could just glance down, grab that bullet point where you were at, and continue seamlessly. Because after all, we all have those moments where we forget where we were in the presentation. And sometimes I've even said, now, where am I? Where was I? What was I saying? We never like to listen to anyone that is just reading from our notes. First of all, there's no good body language. You're speaking to someone's forehead or their head. We want someone to engage their audience with their eyes, with their smile, and their facial expressions. So practice what we call phrase align. And this is something so powerful where you prepare your bullets or your notes in just bite-sized pieces so you could glance down, look at it, and then connect with your audience in such a way that they don't even know you were really reading your notes. Of course, it takes practice. It takes time, but that way you are always engaging your listener, engaging your audience, no matter what size the audience might be. An example of where I used this technique, and it's going to sound sad, but it's really one of the only times I've needed the notes, was when I gave a eulogy at my parents' funeral many years ago. They both died in Florida. I lived in New York, so I had the luxury of the plane flight home to prepare my eulogy. And I know this sounds sad, but it's really a training moment. And my parents were wonderful, and I gave them great eulogies. So this is a positive. I put it all on my iPad. I wrote it all out, but I wrote it exactly as I teach my clients, phrase by phrase. Now, the pressure was on because everybody knew that this was my field of expertise and this is what I do. So when I came up to the podium, everybody, my sister stepped aside. This is your platform. So I had to rock it, even though it was, of course, a very sad tribute. And I used the phrasal line seamlessly because it was so important for me to look at my audience and connect with love. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to practice either using bullet points or phrases so that you can grab it and share what it is you want to say. And before we go, speaking of grab it, I have something for you in the description. I would love for you to grab our 10 tips to giving a memorable presentation. It's there for you for free. If you want to invest a tiny bit, There's also our link to 52 tips for presentation success. I'm here for you. I want you to rock your next presentation, whether it's in person or on the virtual platform. I'm Jayne Latz, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.